펜실베니아대 유펜과 서던캘리포니아대 USC가 혜택을 줄 테니 다양성, 형평성, 포용성 정책, 이른바 DEI를 폐기하라는 트럼프 행정부의 제안을 거부했습니다. 이 제안을 받은 9개 대학 중 거부한 대학은 매사추세츠공과대학 MIT와 브라운대를 포함해 4곳으로 늘었습니다. 뉴욕타임스에 따르면 유펜과 USC 총장은 현지시각 16일 린다 맥마흔 연방정부 교육부장관에게 트럼프 행정부의 제안을 받아들이지 않겠다는 결정을 각각 통보했습니다. 이에 앞서 유펜 교수진과 조지 셔피로 펜실베니아 주지사 등은 트럼프 행정부의 제안이 알려지자 반발했으며 제임슨 총장의 제안 거부 결정이 나온 후 환영 성명을 냈습니다. 김병수 USC 임시총장은 자유로운 탐구와 학문적 우수성이라는 가치를 훼손할 수 있다는 점을 우려한다며 거부 의사를 밝혔습니다. 이에 백악관 공보 담당자 리즈 휴스턴은 필요한 개혁에 맞서기를 꺼리는 고등교육기관은 앞으로 정부와 납세자들의 지원을 받을 수 없을 것이라고 경고했습니다. 앞서 트럼프 행정부는 대학이 DEI 폐기 협약에 서명할 경우 연방지원금 등 여러 혜택을 주겠다며 9개 대학에 협약 체결을 촉구하는 서한을 보냈습니다. 트럼프 행정부는 혜택의 대가로 입학 채용 과정에서 인종이나 성별 고려 금지, 외국인 학부생 등록률 15%로 제한 등의 요구사항을 제시했습니다. 1차 응답 시한은 이달 20일인데 앞서 MIT는 11일, 브라운대는 15일에 제안을 거부했습니다. 트럼프 대통령은 올 초 재집권 뒤 미국 대학들이 받던 연구 지원금을 중단하며 관련 내용을 압박해왔습니다.
They've wanted a ballroom for 150 years, and I'm giving that honor to this wonderful place. I think we should do it. This was the ballroom, and this room holds 88 people, and the new one will hold 999 people, which is a difference. I say 999 because I didn't want to crack 1,000. I didn't want people to get concerned because that's getting big. But we're going to have we'll have the most beautiful ballroom in the country. It's going up, and for those that are interested, we got to get back to baseball, but. You see the gold drapes? That's a knockout panel. We knock it in, you go. That comes out, and then you have essentially glass and exactly in the decor of the White House. I didn't know I'd be standing here right now because right on the other side, you have a lot of construction going on, which you might hear periodically. But that's a knockout panel, and that goes right into the ballroom, and the ballroom's going to be beautiful. So you'll have drinks, cocktails, everything on this floor. And then they'll say, welcome to dinner. You walk into the ballroom, Mr. Senators, and you're going to see a ballroom the likes of which I don't think it'll be topped. It'll be the finest. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I just started. And it just started today, so that's good luck.
What am I going to wear? And I'm like, well, I'll just wear the plaid shirt, I guess.
Well,
you're casual.
Yeah, I am. But I tell you, it's not like we're not at the stage where you have to be like Nelson Mandela and be in a 10 by 12 jail cell for 27 years and break rocks.
Yeah.
We're not at that point. Right now, there's just a little discomfort. And so when I say, for example, if you're a law firm, you saying to, we're going to represent who we want, and we're going to stand up for what we think is our core mission of upholding the law. And maybe we'll lose some business for that, but that's what we believe. That's what's needed. If you're a university president, say, well, you know what? This will hurt if we lose some grant money from the federal government, but that's what endowments are for. Let's see if we can ride this out, because what we're not going to do is compromise our basic academic independence. If you're a business, you say, you know what, we think it's important because of what this country is to hire people from different backgrounds, and we're not going to be bullied into saying that we can only hire people or promote people based on some criteria that's been cooked up by Steve Miller.
Yeah.
we all have this capacity, I think, to take a stand, and ultimately, this goes back to something I said earlier about convictions. You know, if convictions don't cost anything, then they're really just kind of fashion. They're not really conviction. And I do think that our generation, yours and mine, Mark, because again, we're about the same age, we were so accustomed to things kind of getting better consistently over our lifetimes. A little less racist, a little less sexist, less homophobic, a little more generous, that it was easy, I think, to say, well, yeah, I'm a progressive, but it didn't really cost us anything. We could take positions on things that we thought were correct.
Yeah.
But they were never really tested.
Right.
And so, well, here's the test. and I think ultimately a lot of people will pass, but I think they haven't realized yet, no, we're being tested right now. I think people, and that includes young people, right? I understand there are consequences to the choices that we're making. If you decide not to vote, that's a consequence. If you are a Hispanic man and you're frustrated about inflation, and so you decided, you know what, all that rhetoric about Trump doesn't matter. I'm just mad about inflation. And now, your sons are being stopped in L.A. because they look Latino.
Maybe incarcerated for a few days.
And maybe, without the ability to call anybody, might just be locked up. Well, that's a test. There's some clarity that's coming about right now that I wish, it'd be great if we weren't tested this way, but you know what? It's we probably need to be shaken out of our complacency anyway.
도널드 트럼프 미국 대통령의 막내 아들 배런 트럼프가 뉴욕의 트럼프 타워 한 층을 통째로 폐쇄한 채 데이트를 했다는 보도가 나왔습니다. 현지시각 29일 미 뉴욕 포스트는 소식통을 인용해 배런 트럼프가 경호상 이유로 최근 뉴욕 맨해튼 트럼프 타워 한 층을 폐쇄하고 데이트를 했다고 밝혔습니다. 배런은 현재 뉴욕대학교 스턴 경영대학원 DC 캠퍼스에서 수업을 듣고 있으며 학기 중 백악관에 머무는 것으로 알려졌습니다. 정치와 공공정책, 역사, 경제, 저널리즘 등을 공부하는 것으로 전해집니다. 뉴욕포스트는 캠퍼스의 많은 여학생들이 호감을 가지고 장신의 배런을 따라다닌다고 보도했습니다. 자신의 전화번호가 대중에 유출될까 봐 학교 친구들에게 전화번호를 알려주는 대신 게임 콘솔 채팅 플랫폼에서 친구들과 대화한다는 이야기도 전했습니다. 트럼프 대통령과 멜라니아 여사 사이에서 태어난 배런은 올해 19살로 트럼프 대통령의 5자녀 중 막내입니다. 미 언론들은 키 2m 6cm의 훤칠한 외모로 취임식 때부터 화제가 됐던 트럼프의 막내 아들 배런의 일거수일투족을 연일 보도하고 있습니다. 한편 지난 6월 포브스는 배런이 가상자산 투자로 4천만 달러를 벌었을 가능성이 있다고 보도하면서 배런이 학비를 감당하는 데는 전혀 문제가 없을 것이라고 전했습니다.